Then next problem is, we are considering a rectangular beam with a 6 meter span and live load as considered as 6 kilonewton per meter is imposed there. The density of concrete, that is rho C, that is the density of concrete as 24 kilonewton per meter cube, and pre-stress in a steel wires, that is 840 newton per mm square. Then the wires are given in the wires, and the section of concrete section is given in the figure, that is 300 mm deep and 200 mm width. Then 3 wires are here, that is 5 mm diameter wires is here, 3 wires. Then bottom section is 15 wires is the with the 5 mm diameter. Okay, so first of all we want to know the total effectiveness of rod reinforcement is where it will be. So first we want to know where is the eccentricity is available over there, is it there or not, we want to check it out there. So the details are given as, that is pre-stressing stress force as 840 Newton per mm square. Then length of beam as 6 meter, that is equal to 6000 mm. So then we want to know where is the centroid of these 18, that is 15 plus 3, 18 numbers of steel wire, the centroid of 18 numbers of steel wire. For that purpose we are calculating this. We are considering this bottom as the reference line, so we are taking distance from the bottom, that is from here it is 65, that is already given there. From bottom this distance as, actually it's 300, and this is from top it is 25, the balance is 275. So 3 wires in 65 distance from the bottom, and 3 wires 15 wires are 65 mm distance from here, and 3 wires are 275 distance from bottom. So we want to know the exact centroid of this 18 wires. So for that purpose we are calculating that y into 15, that is 15 wires, into 65 from bottom, plus 3 into, that is 3 wires, into, that is 275 from bottom, divided by total number of wires, that is 15 plus 3, that is 18. So we got that 100 mm. Okay. That means 100 mm from the bottom is the exact centroid of the total number of, it may be here, it may be, we can write this as 100 mm. So here this point as total number of 18 wires will be acted effectively, that is centroid of the 18 wires. So we want to know the eccentricity. The actual, this is 300 mm deep, the beam is 300 mm deep, and it is centered as 150 from the bottom. The steel wire is acted at 100 from bottom. So this is the eccentricity, that is 50 mm. That is 150, total is 150, this is 100, thus so eccentricity is 50. So we can write this as 150 minus 100, that's equal to 50 mm. This is eccentricity. So right now we calculated the eccentricity of the wires. The next thing, pre-stressing force. How much pre-stressing force it will be acted over there. So we know that the pre-stressing stress, that is equal to 840 Newton per mm square. So we are converting this to the force. That means this is in Newton per mm square. So we want to multiply with area. This is mm square is area. So force P is equal to 840 Newton into area. Area means here it is 18 numbers of wires. 18 numbers of wires. The area of wire is pi d square by 4. That is d means 5 square by 4. So the total force should be 3 into 10 power 5 Newton. After calculation, this value will be get that. Then the next thing, we want to know the AG, that is gross area or cross sectional area of the beam. That is area of cross section. That is, we know that the depth of beam is 300 and wide as 200. That is 200 into 300. That is 6 into 10 power 4 mm per square mm square. So we get the area. The next thing we want to know the moment of inertia of the cross section. This is a rectangular section, right? So rectangular section, we know that Ixx is equal to what is the equation? That is BDQ by 12. So what is the B area? That is 200 into D is 300 cube divided by 12. That means 45 into 10 power 7 mm per 4. The next section is we want to calculate the section modulus, that is Z. From the derivations and analysis, we already studied two types of section modulus. There is section top and section bottom. Two types is there. So right now we want to know, is it same or different? What is the equation for the section modulus? That is Z is equal to I by Y. That is moment of inertia by Y. Y, what is the Y? If this is the beam, this is the centroid, so the axis, Y means from the centroid of the axis to the top, that is Y top, top fiber. If it is bottom, that is Y bottom. In this case, the centroid will act as a geometrical center, that is 300. If it is a 300, this is 300, so this is 150, right? Okay. So Y top is 150 and similarly Y50 or Y bottom also 150. So Y top and Y bottom are same. Automatically Y Z T equal to ZB. So both are same. ZT and ZB both are the same. So we want to calculate just Z only because it is both are same. If it is a different, we will calculate separately. Then Z equal to I by Y. That's I already we calculated here. That is 45 into 10 power 7, and the Y value is 150. The value is 3 into 10 power 6 mm per cube, because section modulus in mm per cube. The next thing is we want to calculate the self weight of beam. So we know that density of concrete is 24 kilonewton per meter cube. That is 24 kilonewton in 1 m3. So self weight of the beam we are calculating here 0.3, that is the depth, and 0.2, that is these two are in meters, into 24. We are not using the length, so the answer should be 1.44 kilonewton per meter. This is the self weight of the beam. So we want to calculate the moment due to self weight, that is we can write as mg. We know the equation is W L square by 8. Here the W as 1.44, L as 6 meter divided by 8, that is equal to 6.48 kilonewton meter. The next thing, we want to calculate the moment due to live load. For that purpose, that we can write moment due to live load that is LL, that is short form it is MQ. That is also WQ L square by 8. What is W? That is live load. Live load, that is already given to the question, that is 6 into length is 6 meters square, 6 square by 8, that is 27 kilonewton meter. The next thing we already know the types of pre-stresses available there. That is already discussed about that things. That is, if it is an analysis section, that is four types. That is, first one, direct stress, that is P by A, that is direct stress. Then next one is due to eccentricity, due to eccentricity, due to due to live load, the live load. The next thing, due to self weight, dead load, dead load. Total will be resultant. So first thing, we can calculate the direct stress. So direct stress, due to pre. The next thing is direct stress due to pre-stress. We want to calculate that thing. That is equal to P by A. So we know that P value, that is 30 by 3 into 10 power 5 into divided by area of the section, as that is 6 into 10 power 6. That is equal to 5 Newton per mm square. The next thing, bending stress due to pre-stress. That is due to eccentricity. That is bending stress, or due to E. That is, equation is PE by Z. We already discussed these things in analysis part. If you have any doubt about that, please recheck the analysis part. So P value is 3 into 10 power 5. E value is 50 mm. Then Z is equal to 3 into 10 power 6, 5 Newton per mm square. The next thing is stress due to self weight. Stress due to dead load or self weight. The equation is mg by Z. M we already identified, that is 6.48 into 10 power 6 Newton m 10 power 6 Newton mm divided by Z value is 3 into 10 power 6. The answer is 2.16. Similarly, stress due to live load, that is mq divided by Z. The equation is mq is 27 into 10 power 6 divided by 3 into 10 power 6. That is, the answer is 9 Newton per mm square. So we can plot the stress plot. That is, the first thing, due to direct stress, all are positive. That is, we have calculated that as this thing is 5. So up and bottom and top side, that is 5. Then plus due to bending or eccentricity, top and bottom as we have calculated, that is 5. Bottom, top is negative and bottom is positive. The next is due to dead load. So top it is positive and then bottom it is negative. The answer is 2.16. The next thing, due to live load, top it is positive and negative, that is 9. So we can add these all top positions, that we will get positive 11.16. We can add the bottom sections, all bottom sections, we get that negative 1.16. So the answer is as like, so this is negative and this is positive. This is the resultant stresses at the top and bottom. If we ask, if any questions will be asked, what is the maximum working stress? This is the maximum working stress, not this one. This is the maximum stress, but what is maximum working stress means this is the maximum allowable stress. Above this stress, it will be goes to failure. So what is the maximum working stress means this minimum value is the maximum working stress, not this one. So please note this area too. Thank you.